everyone, Maya here from MaiStoryBook, and I am very excited to share this week's new read aloud, Say Something by Peter H. Reynolds. Now, Peter H. Reynolds is the same author and illustrator of the book The Word Collector, and if you check back on MaiStoryBook's read aloud videos, we've done a read aloud of that one, so definitely listen to that one too, because it is a very important story with a great message, just like this new book of his has too. So if you remember, in The Word Collector, it was all about collecting words and finding different words that you could use to share feelings and what you think. Well, in this book, Say Something, Peter H. Reynolds talks about how there are so many different ways that you can share what you're thinking and feeling inside, and so many different ways to share your ideas with the whole entire world. There are many different ways to say something, and really find what's most comfortable for you, but overall just be comfortable and confident in being able to say those things that you're thinking, because that's what's important. The world wants to hear what you have to say, so be brave, know that people are listening, and say what you need to say. People want to hear your thoughts and ideas. They are important too. Alright, friends, so this week's featured storybook is Say Something, written and illustrated by Peter H. Reynolds. So remember, if you only see one name on the cover, that means that that person wrote all the words and drew all the pictures. They're the author and the illustrator. And up here you'll see it says the New York Times best-selling author of The Word Collector. So this lets you know that the author who wrote this book also wrote this very popular book, The Word Collector. So friends, this book is called Say Something, and what else do you see going on here on the cover? Yeah, I see all these kids, and what's going on with these kids? What are they doing? Yeah, I see some with musical instruments, like with the guitar. I see some holding signs. I see some with like a megaphone that you use to speak really loud. It looks like there are people of all different ages, right, too? And even all different kinds of skin colors. This book is going to be like a message written to you. It's going to be talking to you about different ways that you can find your voice. Are you ready? Let's begin. So before we started, I wanted to show you the inside cover. So this is just right inside the front of the book. And it has all these speech bubbles. So speech bubbles look like this. And if it has that little tail right here, it kind of tells you that this is a speech bubble and this is what someone said. So they call them speech bubbles. Can you say that? Speech bubbles. And there's all these different things that these speech bubbles are saying. Let's take a look at some. This one says, take a stand. So like stand up for what you believe in. Your voice matters. Think green. Help the planet. You've got a friend. Very important. United we stand. Divided we fall. It's like it's better to work together, right? Follow your heart. Stay strong. Seems like these are all such important messages to say and share. So here's our title page, and if you see the title is like in one giant speech bubble, right? Say Something, and then it has the author and illustrator, Peter H. Reynolds. I like this bright orange color. Okay, let's get started. Look at all these speech bubbles. So it seems like someone is talking to you, or to the characters even. So let's see what they have to say. The world needs your voice. Mine? Says the little girl. Yes. Yours. Go ahead. It doesn't need to be perfect, as long as it's from your heart. My friend, so it sounds like use your voice to say something and don't worry about what you're saying. It doesn't have to be perfect, as long as it's from your heart. It's what you really believe and think. So let's practice. Think about whatever's in your heart or in your brain right now, and on 3, just say it out loud. Are you ready? 1, 2, 3. You're pretty good at it. But guess what? You don't have to be loud. Powerful words can be a whisper. So to share what you're thinking, you can even whisper it. You can say something in so many ways. For example, with words, with actions, with creativity. Which of those sound like a way that you would want to share what you're thinking, my friends? Using your words, speaking or writing, with action, what you do, or with creativity, maybe you'll draw a picture. Those are all good choices, huh? If you see someone lonely, oh, my friends, how is he feeling? Doesn't feel too good to be lonely, right? What would you do if you saw someone lonely? That's a great idea. Well, if you see someone lonely, say something by just being there for them. So you don't even have to say something to do something that's meaningful for someone. You can just be there for them and sit next to them, huh? But that would make them feel less lonely. If you see an empty canvas, perfect place to share what you're thinking and feeling inside. Say something with your brush. My friends, this page is so inspiring to me because it makes me just want to get out my arts and colors and just paint and draw something beautiful. If you had an empty canvas, what would you paint right now? That sounds amazing. You should actually go paint it after this. That would be super cool. If you see an empty lot, like this empty patch of soil in the ground, you can say something by planting a seed and watching it bloom. Wow, you can even share ideas and feelings through plants, my friends. Growing plants or growing flowers. What would you plant if you had an empty lot? That's a great idea. If you see someone being hurt, what would you do, my friends? Oh, I'm glad you would do that. That would be a good, kind thing to do. So if you see someone being hurt, say something by being brave. Hey, stop! My friends, because I know that if I see someone who's being mean, it can be kind of scary to stand up to that person because they must not be a very nice person. But if you're brave and you have that courage to stand up to them and say something, you can really help someone out, huh? This little guy right here, you just helped him up by being brave and saying something to that mean person. And if you see something beautiful, you can say something with a poem. My friends, a poem is using words to say something really beautiful. Sometimes they rhyme, if you've heard a rhyming poem, and sometimes it's not even a lot of words. But you can use words to just really describe your feelings and how you feel when you see something so beautiful. Do you have an idea? What's something really beautiful that you can think of right now? What is it? Yeah, the other day I saw a beautiful sunset. I feel like I could write a poem about that and share all those wonderful feelings I had inside when I saw it. And if you have a brilliant idea, say something with confidence. Eureka, says this one. Eureka means like, yes, I solved it. I found the answer. I found the gold. So my friends, if you have a brilliant idea, be confident. Confident means that you believe in what you say and that you believe so much that you want others to believe you too. So you tell them all about it. So share those brilliant ideas. I know you've got plenty. And there's other ways to say something too. If you want to show the world who you are, say something with style. So fashion can be a way that you share something about you with the world. I know a lot of people care about how they dress because it's kind of like sharing a little part of you. My friends, what's your favorite outfit to wear? Oh wow, that sounds amazing. I know it's sometimes hard to pick. There are so many great outfits to wear, huh? And she's saying, ta-da! Look at me in my fabulous outfit. And if you are angry, say something to help people understand. For example, looks like this one was angry, right? But maybe they don't know about it. So they said, you made me feel invisible. That really hurt. And the friend says, I'm really sorry. Now the friend understands what that person was feeling and they can work it out and hopefully find a solution to the problem. My friends, have you ever felt really angry before? Did you ever tell anyone why or get to explain? Good. But if you weren't able to, I hope that the next time you're angry, you're able to find someone you trust in or someone kind to share your feelings to. Because I know when I'm upset, it really helps me when I talk to someone about it. And if you see an injustice, if you see someone else doing something wrong, say something peacefully. No more hurting people, his sign says. Peace. And then inspire others to do the same. So if you see something wrong in the world, say something about it. Peacefully though, because you don't need to be violent. And if you are the first one to start it and you lead the way, friends, people will follow. And they'll help spread peace and you'll be like a peacemaker. But you know what? Sometimes you'll say something and no one will be listening. But keep saying what's in your heart and you will find someone who listens. So who did she find? It's a little tiny bird. And you know what? What really matters though is that you feel like you can still speak what's in your heart. If you do, looks like someone will listen. And if you keep sharing what's in your heart, oh my gosh. If you keep saying it, you may be surprised to find the whole world is listening to you. So my friend, she started with that one little bird, and then what happened? So many birds were listening. And if you are grateful for being alive, quietly say something to the stars, to the universe. What would you say to the stars, the universe? Thank you, I'm so happy I'm alive. And you know what? Some people find it easier to say something than others. But everyone has something to say. Do you ever feel that way, my friends? Like, sometimes it's hard to say what you're thinking and feeling. But that doesn't mean you don't have anything to say, right, if you don't feel comfortable saying it. You still have things you want to say. You just have to remember to say it from your heart, and people will listen. Here are a bunch of them sharing things. These are just sentence frames, so things that you could fill in, like I hope, or I believe, I wish, join us, together we can, I am ready to change the world, I imagine. So my friends, when you're ready, say something. The end. And look, the author gave us a little message right here. He says, your voice can inspire, heal, and transform. Your voice can change the world. Are you ready to say something? From Peter Hamilton Reynolds, the author and illustrator. Okay, so it sounds like he wrote this book to inspire you and everyone to really find their voice and say something, because what you have to say can really change the world. And he really wants you to feel like you can do that. And he wants you to believe that people will listen if you speak from your heart. Okay, my friends, well, what was your favorite part of this story? I liked how they talked about all those different ways you could say something without even really having to use your voice. Use your style, use art and drawing, use music even. There are so many different ways. What was one of your favorite ways that this book talked about how you could say something? That is a great choice. Okay, well, I hope you enjoyed this read aloud and it inspires you to find your voice and share something with the world and people today. And this actually leads us right into our craft or our activity. It's a really cool one that I made myself for you, so let's check it out. So our activity this week is a Say Something workbook, inspired by the story Say Something by Peter H. Reynolds. And this is a perfect way to just practice saying something and sharing something through these activities in the book, all inspired by the things we talked about in the story. So for example, let me show you some of the pages. I colored my cover and I did some of them. But just like in the story, what's something that you can say that's loud, or something you can say in a whisper? Or if you see someone lonely, what's something you could say, and then what would that look like? There's even, you can say something by planting seeds, so draw your garden in full bloom. And of course, my favorite style one, what's your favorite outfit that you would share with the world? So there's all kinds of activities in here that connect right to the story, my friends. And if you'd like to get a copy of this book, please check out my Storybooks blog on that link below. There's links to all the different resources and also more reading resources that go along with this book. So please check it out by clicking on that link, My Storybook blog, down below. And also, if you do this workbook activity, or if you want to share with me what are some things that you will say and share with the world because you were inspired by this read aloud, then please do reach out to me. You can find me here on YouTube by commenting down below. I love reading what you have to say and responding, replying, and saying something back. You can also find me on Instagram, on Facebook, on Twitter, on the blog. You can find all those social media links down below. Alright, well, I had a lot of fun with this read aloud, and I hope you did too. If you did enjoy it, please make sure to subscribe to my Storybook YouTube channel to keep up with all of our read alouds and reading adventures. You can click on the subscribe button down below. Please comment and like also so that I can hear from you and get your feedback. I love hearing from all of you. Alright, well, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. I look forward to seeing you again for our next reading adventure. But until then, I hope you use your voice to share what's in your heart with the world, and I will see you next time. Until then, happy reading!